and welcome to another episode of the HEAT'D Sportscast. I'm your host, JC, and alongside me today, we have the great Mario Perez. What's up, Mario?
It's always a pleasure, JC. How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. Today, we have three fantastic guests, the usual, joining us today, don't we, Mario?
That's right, JC. It's the same squad as always. With us is KG, Boz,
What's up,
and
man?
Dylan. What's up, guys? What's happening?
Yo, doing good.
All right,
Pleasure
guys.
to have you guys.
As we know, free agency has been popping since Monday. A lot of teams doing some moves. Is there a team specifically you guys have been watching out for that you've been liking what they've been doing in free agency? Boswick, I'm going to start with you.
Let me. Well, when the free agency started, the one person who was making moves was Belichick.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a feeling that he's either coming after Brady, but we all know that he had a 7-9 record last season, and things didn't go so well. They're trying to find the right quarterback post Tom Brady. So Belichick is like, you know what? Let me spend all this money. I got the new Stimmy.
They had the fourth most cap in the league.
True. They're one of the top.
And they got the two best tight ends off the market. I still can't believe they did that.
I was shocked. They got
Jonnu Smith from the Titans, and they got Hunter Henry from the Chargers.
Patriots also, they two tight end set.
I know that's what I've been saying. They're gonna play a lot of two tight end formations, like they did back in the days with Gronk and Hernandez.
Back to basics for the Patriots.
Yeah, pretty much.
What about the Dolphins, guys? I hear they got a DL.
I've been very disappointed, man. All these receivers that are getting these bargain contracts, and we can't nab not one of them.
I feel you. I mean, it looks like we're sticking to defense. We got a cornerback, Justin Coleman.
I mean, but we don't need to stick to defense. We have a great defense. We need freaking playmakers.
But I don't know if you guys just heard, but right now, about 30 minutes ago, the Dolphins
Matt Skura, right?
Matt Skura, yep.
Ooh, look at that.
Yeah, Dolphins investing in a guy who can snap the ball.
I guess.
Is that enough for me to...
But we need playmakers, man. We need receivers. Are you guys seeing all these bargain contracts these receivers are getting?
Dude, that Curtis Samuel contract.
Marvin Jones got like $14 million for 3 years.
Marvin Jones got a cheap contract. Curtis Samuel,
man. That's
3 years, 34.5. Like for how talented I think he's going to be for Washington, I think that's a steal.
Yeah, that's an absolute steal.
The rumors based off of what's still left in terms of Juju and Golladay, it seems like everyone thinks that they're going to take smaller deals too, a short-term, deal that they can prove it and then get paid a little bit more in the next free agency.
I like the Marvin Jones contract, man, because Jacksonville, you got Chark, you got Marvin Jones, you got Chenault. You have a nice little core there in Jacksonville.
And you assume they're going to draft Trevor Lawrence.
There you go, Kevin. Yeah, there you go.
My issue with the wide receivers in free agency right now is just in the draft, there's like 5 wide receivers on the board that's going to be the next level. And I feel like
for sure.
That's why teams are not going for like Juju and all these other wide receivers that are still on the free agency.
Yeah, it's a very loaded draft when it comes to like positional players, like skill players, receivers.
Yeah, that's a great point from Dylan, because even just just off the top of your head, obviously you have Chase and Devontae Smith that are the two big names there, but on top of that you have Waddle, you have Rashad Bateman, you have Kadarius Toney, you have a lot of talent at the receiver position. So I definitely feel like a lot of teams, if they feel that they're in a position to draft one of them, it's just better off for them financially to just get the younger guy that they think has, a really high upside. In the Dolphins case, though, and it speaks to what you were saying, that you're kind of disappointed that we didn't nab one of them, and it doesn't seem we're going to.
That's not the word. I'm pissed.
It's just when you look at some other receiving cores, they can get away with being like, all right, we're just going to draft this one dude. The Dolphins need help in that receiving core. We don't have enough talent, and I think that the Dolphins needed to draft someone, and on top of that, still sign someone.
Sammy Watkins.
Wasn't he? Oh, he wasn't signed, right? Is he still out there?
I think he's still out there.
Oh, okay. I guess, but I would.
You guess?
I guess, but
he's not the best guy. I know.
I mean, Galladay's the best guy.
Yeah.
Supposedly, we offered him a contract, and the Bengals too.
And I think he's going to end up going to New York. I know. Like that's where I think
team that hasn't done anything. They have like the most cap too.
That's where I think he ends up, and it would be a pretty good receiving core. It could be him, Slayton, Sterling Shepard, Evan Ingram.
The Giants.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Giants.
I thought you were talking about the other side.
Yeah, same. I was like, the Jets. I was like, when did they?
The Jets are going to nobodies.
I mean, all the Jets did was get Corey Davis.
He's a good second option.
Yeah, I know, but if they're expecting him to be like a first option, then they're going to be disappointed.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. But that's my thing. Like the Dolphins, when you look at that team, we just have too many holes on offense because we desperately need a running back too.
That's right.
We signed Michael Brown. Yeah. I like him as a situational guy to just come in and rush on power sets.
He's a great backup. He averaged like 4 yards a carry last season, which is terrific for a backup.
Come in on power sets, but I still think that we need. I obviously wanted Aaron Jones if we were going to get somebody from agency, but that was going to be a big contract to hand out. And you can probably get yourself Najee or Etienne, maybe even Javonte Williams, and then you could have a backfield. If you have your rookie that you drafted, you have Gaskin he looked pretty good last year. For what he is, I don't think he's the number one guy, but
no, he's not.
And then you have
Brown. I mean, he showed glimpses of being a number one guy last year.
Yeah, but we need top to bottom help on that offense, and including the offensive line. And it just seems like the Dolphins are just handing out a bunch of bargain contracts. We're going bargain shopping.
Exactly.
And the route that we're going to go, you assume, is we're just going to get all of our big needs in the draft.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, is there teams that you're kind of disappointed in that you've expected more in free agency? Ballswick, I'm going to start with you.
Let's see. Oh, so what was that? Sorry.
Like, was there is there a team in free agency that you've been disappointed in, like that you've expected more moves?
Well,
the Rams.
Well, yeah, my team we're a little patient right now with free agency because we just restructured, our cap space, to sign, some player to get under the cap.
You're still going to be a good team, man. I mean, we lost
John Johnson. We lost a good mediocre players, but they don't really stand out besides Joe Johnson. We lost Malcolm Brown. Gerald Everett.
But Malcolm Brown, you can afford to lose because you got Akers and Henderson. Malcolm Brown.
Yeah, we got Akers. Yeah, we got Akers and Henderson, so we got a good. But I think we should get another running back to fill it in, and we need speed at the wide receiver also.
I mean, you can use another receiver, but you guys are fine, to be honest. I mean, you did lose Gerald Everett, one of your backup tight ends.
But they still have Higbee, so
yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, we got Higbee, and we got that 4th round pick from the previous draft, Bryson Hopkins. We can give him a few snaps.
Did he play?
He played. He was on. He did play a few snaps in one game. I'm not really sure on which game, but his role is definitely going to be a lot bigger. For this season, so we're just patient right now, but I believe that I'm a little disappointed, but we got to upgrade our quarterback.
For sure you got to upgrade our quarterback. That's a given fact. I mean, you got one of the more prolific passers in the game in Matthew Stafford, so that's already an immediate upgrade. I mean, I feel like that division in general has improved in free agency so far. Like what the Niners did,
the West,
what the Niners did. They re-signed Trent Williams they needed to do that, and then they got
Alex Mack. A quarterback though.
They got Alex Mack from the Falcons, which is a tremendous pickup for them.
Yeah, you couldn't have said it better, Boz. Like the Niners like their moves on the O-line, but if they don't have a quarterback for that O-line to protect in the first place, it's kind of going to be pointless because they showed last year Jimmy G can't stay healthy.
But the Niners are more of a run-heavy offense. So
yeah, but I would like to think if maybe one of these quarterbacks slip to the Niners, they get them, or even you start to slip a little bit and they move up a few spots.
Yeah,
like you got Desean Watson
there in the taking, like a Kyle Trask maybe. If he's up there, maybe you consider it.
Yeah, and obviously the big name there is, and it's a big what if it actually happens, is if Desean gets traded, and if he were to get traded and end up on the Niners, that team is scary.
Bathwater.
That team is scary. You're really, because realistically, like the Niners last year, they were so injury depleted, and
I know.
Then Kyle Shanahan
this year.
But even being as injury depleted as they were, Kyle Shanahan did a good job with what he had.
So
and they're getting a lot of their defensive pieces back. Yeah. Their defense is elite when they're healthy. So I think it would be real interesting to see them have
no doubt.
That division would be real scary.
No, it is. I mean, and then we can go with the Cardinals. I feel like very, very quietly, the AJ Green signing could be like the steal of the offseason. He got like what, a year, $10 million?
It was 1 year, 10. And my thing is that everyone, first of all, forgets how good AJ Green was when he was healthy.
Before the injuries.
Before the injuries. And he's battled with injuries for really the last two and a half years. Yeah, and on top of that, he was not motivated at all to play in Cincinnati. Like, he didn't care when he was on the field.
Yeah,
so he's going to be fired up. Because a receiving core of him, he has Hopkins next to him, obviously. He has Christian Kirk, who's very good. And potentially Fitzgerald hasn't ruled out coming back. And if they could bring in Fitz for another year, Fitzgerald is obviously he's older. He's not going to produce at an elite level or anything like that. But he doesn't drop passes.
Like your fourth receiver, pretty much. You're not asking anything more from him. It's just to be your fourth receiver, get to keep third down catches that he always gets, and that's it. That's all you can really ask for from Fitzgerald, like this point in his career. And then you got Dan Arnold, who's no scrub at tight end. You got Kenyon Drake, you got Kyler, obviously, and then you got yourself some skill players offensively for them. So I feel like they can do something this season.
I just feel like the Cardinals' offense in general is scary. Like, that whole entire division is scary, but that Cardinals offense, oh my dude, they're gonna be putting up numbers in the 40s every single week.
I mean, they were putting up numbers last year, but so like this year it's gonna be even more scary. But like, I don't know about 40 points, Dylan.
Nah, but imagine with AJ Green, freaking DeAndre Hopkins,
but that's assuming that like the Cardinals get like 80% AJ Green, not like 50-60% of AJ Green.
Not getting 80%.
All he has to do is be a wide receiver 3, and that's it. He doesn't have to be a wide receiver 2 or 1.
And that is, he's going to be motivated, obviously.
Overlooking the best move made by the Cardinals, and that is trading for Rodney Hudson.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I don't know what got into Vegas that they were like, all right, we have one of the best offensive lines in the league.
Bro, they got their entire line, with the exception of Incognito.
Dude, Rodney Hudson is a top 3 center in the league. He is one of the most consistent offensive linemen, period, at any position on that O-line. For the Cardinals to get that upgrade there, that's going to be big for them.
Yeah, I feel like all the Oakland guys went to the NFC West because freaking Seattle traded for Gabe Jackson for a 5th.
Mm-hmm. And they gave up a 3rd for Hudson. Yeah, and a 5th for Gabe Jackson. Like, yeah. It's not even like Vegas got really much back.
They didn't get anything. And Vegas was like top, like their line was like tops in the league, bro.
That's why you had asked a question earlier in terms of what teams were the most disappointing, and obviously outside of some of the things that the Dolphins have done and the fact that we really haven't
the Jets too,
like that.
And this Oakland too.
Bro,
they got rid of their line for like so random.
And not only that receiving core is terrible.
No, it's right. Yeah, they let Nelson Aguilar walk to New England.
They let him to New England, and he seemed like he was the one bright spot outside of Darren Waller in that receiving core. Yeah. I mean, they brought in John Brown.
Yeah, they brought in John Brown.
I like that move as like a wide receiver 3.
Or even a 2. John Brown could be okay.
Yeah, or even a 2 if he can stay healthy, because last year was pretty banged up. But
yeah,
if they're it's going to be Darren Waller or bust for them, I feel like.
No, it's going to be Waller or Jacobs.
And my thing is that they're going to be in a bad situation because they're depleting their O-line. So their run attack is going to be even worse.
Exactly.
And they're to begin with, they're not the best yards per carry team. Like, that's a big struggle that Josh Jacobs has. they're not always able to establish a consistent run game of like, big plays or anything like that. And their pass game is going to struggle. Derek Carr is really going to have to get the ball out really quick.
And Derek Carr's not even a mobile quarterback to begin with, so I can only imagine.
That's my thing. Like somebody like Russell Wilson can get away with.
I mean, not anymore, because Russell is
not anymore. But for a long time, he was able to survive with how bad his offensive line was, just because he was a magician. He wasn't gonna. Man, it's so disappointing to see what they're doing.
I feel like out of all the teams, like in the West, like Seattle has been the most disappointing team, like in regards to free agency. I mean, yes, they got Gabe Jackson, but they need a lot more, man. They need a lot more to make Russell happy.
And my thing is when you look at Seattle's team, like the biggest glaring hole is that offensive line, and it's been like that for a long time.
Like
just to see the lack of care that they're putting in, like you can't.
They don't care.
It's hard enough in this league to get a franchise quarterback. Look at the amount of teams in the league that are desperately looking for it, doing ridiculous moves like signing Andy Dalton just because they're looking to put someone at quarterback.
That was, oh my God, that was interesting. That one,
I think that might be the worst deal of all the free agency.
You have a point.
He's not terrible.
But come on, like the Bears needed a Russell Wilson, and imagine being a Bears player wanting Russell Wilson.
Seattle said no to the offer. Like, what else do you want Chicago?
But I mean,
Seattle?
There's a lot of quarterbacks. There's a lot of quarterbacks better than Andy Dalton. Like, there's 100 quarterbacks better than him.
And it's not only that. The issue that I have with that Andy Dalton signing is, fine, you want to you want to swing for the fences and you want to get Russell Wilson, and Seattle turned you down.
I would have picked
him up. If you're going to get a Band-Aid quarterback, then get a Band-Aid quarterback at a cheap price. They paid Andy Dalton.
Alex Smith.
They paid Andy Dalton, what, 10 mil?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And now the rumor is that they're potentially looking to cut some players on their defense to make up for the fact that they paid Andy Dalton that much. Like, it makes no sense to me. If I was any player on the Chicago Bears defense right now, I would be asking for a one-way ticket out of there. The amount of defenses in the league that could use the talent that the Bears have, the Bears consistently every year impress on the defensive side of the ball, and they cannot score points. And last year, they were literally carried on their offense at times looked good on the back of Allen Robinson and David Montgomery.
Yeah, they don't have enough skill players. That's about it. I mean, I would have given like Alex Smith a nice flyer after what he did last year,
or even Ryan Fitzpatrick. I would have gone with Ryan Fitzpatrick over Andy Dalton. Anyone's better than Ronald McDonald. Dude,
you talk about a great Band-Aid quarterback. That's your guy.
Ryan Fitzpatrick, man, that's it.
Yeah,
I like that move a lot for Washington.
Dude, Washington has surprised a lot with their offseason moves.
Yeah, but they still need a franchise quarterback. I'm sorry, but Taylor Heineke isn't a franchise quarterback.
Oh, of course, but I like the idea that Washington, let's be real, they're not winning a Super Bowl next year. But rather than, throw all of their plans away, you can still be good this year.
Yeah, you can still be competitive.
If you can make the playoffs again, win your division, like have that consistency of winning the division 2 times, and maybe this time actually do it with a good record. Like, but that's a big thing. Like,
that's true, man. Nobody there went over 500 in that division. It was garbage.
But I mean, in that division, do you need to be actually good though? Like, you can go 500 and still make the playoffs in that division.
I mean,
but you need to be better than last year just because Dak is coming back.
Even then, though, like, I don't think the Cowboys are going to do anything.
They're not. But my thing is just Dak is coming back. Jalen Hurts will be the starter from the start of the year. The Giants, you think that hopefully Saquon comes back and is healthy. You might need to be a little bit better. But when it comes to Washington, that to me is a front office that's looking at the holes that they had last year and looking to fix.
They know what they're doing.
Terry McLaurin last year, he opened up the year 5, like he was flaming hot. And then teams started to understand, all right, if we put a second man on McLaurin, double McLaurin, especially because McLaurin is so good going deep.
Yeah.
He's more
of a vertical threat instead of a route runner.
It got to the point where really their only passing offense was pass the ball to Logan Thomas. Zone breaker plays. That was a good thing for them in the long run because I think it established that Logan Thomas can be a good tight end for them. Getting Curtis Samuel now to play off of Terry McLaurin. Now you have Logan Thomas, Terry McLaurin, Curtis Samuel.
It opens things up pretty much.
Have an upgrade at quarterback, and everyone knows how elite that defense is.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, like that defense surprised people last year. They were very good.
And my thing is, what was impressive about that Washington defense is they hit on so many of their draft picks on
like Chase Young. Yeah.
So that team is definitely
that defense is a good mix of good young guys and vets pretty much because you got Kerrigan, you got Chase Young, you got John Boswick, you got all these guys pretty much.
I mean, if you look at it too, that defensive line is full of first rounders.
Yeah, Montrez Sweat.
Like first rounders that didn't live up to their potential, but still good enough to be a threat to offenses. And that's why Washington defense is scary.
Good job, friggin' Blackjack.
They also have Chase Young, who I'm gonna be honest, probably the most talented guy coming out of last year's draft class. From pure talent,
yeah, for sure.
He is a monster, and he's such a good leader for them too. Like I think that if Washington can build,
it's only getting better too.
If they can build around him and continue to upgrade that offense, that team is somebody to watch out for in the next 3-4 years.
Oh yeah, for sure. They like I feel like that the missing piece is the quarterback. Like that's their missing piece because they got the skill players, they got the defense, they got the running game, they got the tight end. They're just missing the quarterback.
I feel like that's the case for a lot of teams in the league, man. There's a lot of teams that are just, they're a quarterback away from being real contenders or at least, making some noise in the playoffs. Look at Carolina. I think Carolina's a good team, and I like some of the moves they've made. Adding Hassan Reddick to that defense, that's a good pickup for them. It'll help them in their pass rush.
Carolina doesn't really wow me, to be honest. Like to me, it's like when I think of Carolina, I just think of Christian McCaffrey. That's about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. I thought that going into last year, and McCaffrey was basically injured all of last year, and they were competitive and productive with Mike Davis as the backup.
Yeah.
And Mike Davis is nothing. He's nothing special. He is a backup. Like that's what he is.
No, Mike Davis is like a version of Malcolm Brown, like in regards to their size and how they run. They're both physical backs.
And then you have Teddy Bridgewater, who. I think Teddy Bridgewater is a good quarterback on the wrong team.
Great. Yeah.
A good quarterback on the wrong team. Teddy needs to be on a team that's a little bit more talented. That he benefits more from the players around him than the players around him benefit from him being out there. Like if Teddy would have been the quarterback of the Saints, I think that would be. I was just
gonna bring that up. Like he should have just stayed with the Saints pretty much. But then again, they got Taysom Hill.
Speaking of that, how do you guys feel about that? Taysom Hill,
that's Dylan. That's the definition of overpaid.
I mean, it's not really gonna be an overpay just because of the way that they did it. Like they did it just to.
He's getting $33 million a year.
Yeah, but they did it to weasel their way around the salary cap. That's the only reason that they did it. It's because they saved them money. But I'm pretty sure that they can cut him next year and it wouldn't affect them.
I don't know, man. When I saw 164 mil, man, I was like, no, that is way too much.
It's just the Saints are operating so far under, like they're so above the salary cap that they have to do crazy maneuvers.
No, that was a pretty crazy maneuver.
Mil.
Oh, when I read it, I thought it was a typo.
No, same. Bro. When I read it,
I was like, Schefter's wrong.
When I read it, I thought that was like an Adam Schefter burner account, bro. Like, come on. 164 mil?
And then after that, they signed Winston also. So it's like, what are you guys going to do with these two?
I think Winston is going to be the starter.
I think so too.
For sure.
As much as I think Winston is bad, and I've been saying it since he got drafted, I think he's a better pure quarterback than Taysom.
Not bad. He just makes terrible decisions.
I think I said Jameis has the arm strength. He can sling the ball, but it's a 50 chance if that ball's getting intercepted every time he throws it.
Yeah,
No.
he's not bad. He just plays like an idiot sometimes.
Yeah.
That's with his decision making. He's like tops in the league for me when it comes to idiot decision making.
Yeah, all I'm
Like, it's
all I'm
terrible.
saying is, with Jameis at the helm, I don't see the Saints eating many W's next year.
Bro, I can be a receiver and like all three of you are freaking covering me, and Jameis will still throw me the damn ball.
He did steal crab legs.
Yeah.
I mean, he led the league in touchdowns and interceptions.
But
one year.
didn't he have like 30 touchdowns? 30
Yeah,
touchdowns,
30
interceptions?
touchdowns, 30 interceptions.
He did a 30-30
Like-
season.
Jameis plays like everyone's quarterback in Madden, where it's like you don't care if you're just
Yeah,
airing
bro.
the
Like, I
ball
don't care
out.
if I throw a pick. I just chug it up.
Exactly. Your quarterback throws for 5 touchdowns and 4 picks a game. Like,
Yeah, bro. That's a terrible touchdown interception ratio.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Dude, that guy is something else though. But I feel like Taysom Hill is a better in the red zone because he doesn't have the arm strength, but he is a dual threat quarterback.
He's not bad. Like, he's more of a Swiss Army kind of quarterback.
Yeah, you know.
Different areas.
Yeah.
that's why the Saints need to be the first team to really go like full-blown 2 quarterback set, where Jameis gets us up the field, we hit the 25.
If you're
Jameis get out of there.
if you're paying somebody 164 mil, then he's gonna be the starter. I don't.
He's
give
gotta
a
play.
crap.
He's got to play.
Like what
Sean
Jameis is
Sean
doing.
Payton said that it's going to be up for grabs.
No, that's
Based
the
off,
most
based off the way
ridiculous thing
Taysom
I've
Hill
heard.
played last year, is going to be up for grabs.
That is the most ridiculous thing I've heard. Oh my
But
god, you're gonna give
Taysom
somebody
Hill-
64 and he's not gonna start.
That's true though. But even with Taysom Hill, he doesn't throw 20 plus attempts a game. I think in the 2 games he started last year or 3 games, he only had like
Taysom's
15
a
pass
good
attempts.
quarterback. He's just not like 164 type good.
Yeah.
That's
He's not
quarterback money.
he's not like
elite.
200 plus yards throwing. He's 200 plus yards
Oh, yeah,
rushing
no,
in a
don't get me
game.
wrong. He's capable. I just don't fit the contract to the player.
Yeah.
That's just too much.
That's just a funny contract for me. I get it. They're trying to cheat the system in a way, but that was just hilarious. Uh-oh.
Got a call.
Crazy.
Uh-oh.
It's the Saints. We're talking too much shit. So they're,
It's
They're-
Sean Payton calling his line saying, "Hey man,
Sean
be quiet
Payton.
about my stop questioning my choices over here."
exactly.
Yeah, that was Sean Payne. He told me to shut up. That I don't know what I'm talking about. He told me Taysom Hill's gonna be the starter.
You're exposing their cap decisions too much.
I mean, I'm just going by what he told me.
That's actually Roger Goodell calling him, being like, "Hey, what else do you know about the Saints? Like, let me know everything
Like,
about the
we're
financial."
starting the investigation now.
Lying on this podcast.
Ay. But man, these Patriots though, man, like Bill Belichick is on a roll.
I mean,
Belichick
had no choice, man. Like after the year they had the 4th most cap room this offseason. I mean, I think it was his time to do something.
You got to make moves, yeah.
But do you stick with Cam?
I mean, they
I say
signed
no.
him, so
I
Here's
say
the
no.
thing,
They're
here's
kinda
the
forced
thing
to.
that I think they're going to do. I think that the Patriots are still going to draft a quarterback, and they're going to have him sit behind Cam for a year. And potentially, if they feel that he's ready or Cam is so bad or gets injured or something,
they just
that
throw him in the
quarterback will
fire.
step in.
Yeah,
That's how every
throw him
young
in there.
quarterback learns when they're thrown into the
Especially
fire.
with how much Bill Belichick is like such a meticulous guy when it comes to like film study. Like he's so like
Yeah, he's very
well versed
that's a good
in
word.
terms of formations and where you need to be, what read you need to be making. It was different when he had Brady, where he could rely on that vet decision making, and he could put more attention into some of the other guys. I think that he's going to get a quarterback and really take it slow with that quarterback and have Cam, who I was not surprised that he came back. I feel like a lot of people were kind of surprised by that move. If you listen to everything that Cam and Bill Belichick had to say about each other last year, nothing but respect. I think Bill understands Cam is not his franchise guy, but I also think he understands that Cam is going to be better than most guys that were available on the market. And on top of that, he could be a really good mentor to whoever you draft.
Oh, yeah,
And
for
that's-
sure.
and Cam's not
let's
some
not
old
forget,
guy.
like in the beginning of the year, Cam was playing like a damn MVP, bro. In
He
the
was,
beginning
he
of the
was.
year, in the beginning of the year, he was playing like an MVP, like the
And I
first
think
3-4 games.
Everyone forgets too. Like everyone came down so hard on Cam, and obviously Cam made some bad decisions, especially as the year progressed.
No,
He
like
was throwing to no
it
one.
started going downhill when he got.
He was throwing. He might as well have been throwing to the four of us. Like,
Yeah.
nah, man, Cam ain't Jameis.
it might as well have been. It might as well have been Mario receiver 1, JC receiver 2. Like, he had no one, and that speaks,
receiver
a
3.
lot. Yeah, it speaks a lot about how bad the Patriots have been in recent years about drafting. They're drafting on the offensive side of the ball. They have drafted a bunch of receivers over the last 6-7 years, and they
haven't worked out.
Yeah, none of them.
With the exception of Jacoby Myers, somewhat.
Yeah, I think Harry still has some potential.
Yeah, he could be like a wide receiver too. I mean, that's my ceiling with him.
But I really like the idea of them having Hunter Henry and Jonnu Smith because
and Nelson Aguilar, bro. You got Nelson Aguilar like at the right time. Like
they got a deep ball threat now, and Aguilar
and who can catch the deep ball.
But he leads. But they said that he leads the league in drop rates because
not last year.
Yeah, not last year.
Yeah. I think it was the Eagles.
Mm-hmm.
That was the Eagle version of
But that's what playing in Philadelphia would do to you, man. Like you can't slip up at all playing in Philadelphia.
This guy.
Point, bro. People would die in Philly.
Oh my goodness!
Watch Carson Wentz be like an MVP.
People are out there catching babies on the news, and they still find a way to trash Aguilar.
Yeah, bro. You go to Philly to die, like as a player.
You know how bad that dude's confidence must have been? Like,
watch Desean have like a rebirth somewhere.
Now Kevin's gonna get a phone call from Philadelphia.
Just the city. Just the city of Philadelphia.
You're gonna get like a phone call from the mayor, bro.
That's why they're pieces, man. You have Aguilar who's going to give you that deep ball threat, and what they were clearly lacking, they had no tight end help.
All they got is Miles Sanders, and they're not going to keep Ertz. He's been on the trading block from what I've been.
Yeah. I heard about that. They're letting him seek permission to seek a trade somewhere else.
Yeah, like
I think that the Eagles internally think that they're going to get more than what they're actually going to get. Like I think that you maybe get a 5th or a 4th for Ertz. Like,
bro, you had freaking Eric Bieniemy like there to like take, and then you hire some guy like I can't even say his name, bro. Nick Sirianni or whatever the hell is
Sirianni.
Yeah, Sirianni. Yeah. There you go, Dylan.
He minus his
2
name.
years of Italian paid off.
It's fine. Mario, all you need to remember his name is not Eric Bieniemy. That's what I refer to him as for the rest of his tenure on the Eagles.
Yeah, I feel bad for him, bro. Like 2 years of not getting a head coaching job. Like, come on.
But man,
Jesus, bro.
I think the Patriots with the 2 tight ends, they're gonna be dangerous. I'm
gonna be really intrigued by that, like how they're gonna like use those 2 at the same time. I mean, they're always gonna use them at the same time.
It's gonna be a Hernandez and Gronkowski.
Yeah, that's what I've been saying. It's gonna be like a reincarnation of Hernandez and Gronkowski.
That's my thing. Everyone forgets how good that team was when Gronk was. He was He was building into a superstar, and Aaron Hernandez prior to the murders. Was he was a stud
prior?
Yeah, he was.
Or technically
during, after.
Already after, right? Because
for sure.
Like they were committed.
Prior, during, after.
As long as one of these tight ends don't go to a nightclub and murder someone, I think they'll be okay.
As long as Hunter Henry doesn't get hurt, bro.
But I mean, even then, you have Jonnu Smith.
Jonnu Smith, FIU legend.
FIU alum. Yep, there we go. Kevin took it out of my mouth. FIU alumni.
I'm waiting to see where T.Y. Hilton ends up.
Yeah, hopefully Miami, though.
No, watch out. He goes to New England.
Oh,
we'll have an FIU reunion in Foxborough.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, my God.
All they got to do is trade for James Morgan.
I was about to say, James Morgan's next on that block. Honestly, they should just throw James Morgan in that quarterback position at the Jets at this point.
No, let's save James Morgan a bit, bro.
Let's save it. You want to save him a bit?
Yeah, let's just save him, bro. That's just an awful place to be right now.
At least he gets playing time.
If they can get a more talented guy and keep spending some money, it won't be as bad a situation as people think, especially because Robert Saleh, man,
Yeah,
that dude,
sure.
he's the real deal. I think players are really gonna get behind them, and if they can sign, let's say somebody like a Juju, and you could have Juju, Corey Davis. Let's say you draft Justin Fields, have Justin Fields under center. They don't have a terrible offensive line. Mekhi Becton looks really good. And on the defensive side of the ball, they're pretty underrated.
That dude is humongous, bro.
Dude, Mekhi Becton.
That dude is huge, bro. I am not BSing you.
That dude is talented.
That dude,
Wait, who?
Kevin, he's not talented. He's a tank.
Yep.
Literally a tank.
No. That's why they bought him straight from the military.
Have you guys seen him? Like Kevin, I know you've seen him. Like Dylan. Like, have you seen the size of this man?
I missed the name completely. Who are we talking
You
about?
gotta look him up, bro. Him in his stance, bro. It's scary.
What's his name?
I don't want to freaking go through that.
I've asked 3 times. What's his name?
Mekhi Becton from Louisville.
Becton?
Yeah, Becton.
Yeah.
How
That
do
dude
you
is.
spell that?
If Tristan
that dude
Wirfs
is
wasn't in the draft class, he
bro.
would definitely be the best
Oh,
tackle in his class.
Look at him in his stance.
God. 6'7", 364?
Bro, look.
That dude can
God.
toss around defensive players like it's nobody's business.
Bro, I don't think he allowed a sack last year.
Dude, this guy should be a sumo wrestler. What is he doing in the NFL?
Bro, I don't think he allowed a sack last year.
What?
Bro,
And
look at
dude,
the
that's
girth.
not fat. That's muscle, man.
Bro, look at the girth on that dude, bro. Like, I don't know how you're a D tackle and you're supposed to get through that.
Bro, I would be scared.
That me too, bro. I would be intimidated by that.
Imagine getting
to the
pancaked.
end zone, like.
Imagine getting
Bro,
pancaked by this guy.
That's a one-way trip to the
You're
hospital.
dead. You're dead.
That's a one-way trip, bro. That dude is like, just by his size, like itself, he's good.
Oh my god. I never heard of this guy before today.
And for his size, he has good technique. Like straight up, like a 364 pounder, he has terrific technique.
Damn, dude.
Super talented.
In
Are you
college,
JC,
in
he's
college-
humongous, bro. That's a big
Bro,
boy. That's
dude.
a big boy,
these guys look like middle schoolers in college next
bro.
to him, bro.
They look like little like elementary kids
Bro,
trying to
he's
get through
playing,
him.
he's playing D1, bro, and these guys look like they're kids. It's crazy.
Bro,
and
it's
he's
crazy.
only 21.
Bro, yes,
like-
bro. He's 21, bro. I don't know what
It
they'd
is-
be feeding him in the Becton family. Like,
Can I go join them? Like, I'm like 5'9", 160 pounds. I need some weight on me, please.
bro, I don't know how you like. I don't know, like, if you're a teammate, if you want to go through that in practice. Hell no. Even the
You
backup.
see him? I'll go someone else. I'll go next turn. I'll fake an injury.
No, but like straight up.
I
Like,
gotta get some water, coach. I gotta.
like,
Dude. Oh
point,
my
Kevin. They have a foundation piece on the left side. Literally a foundation piece.
Yep. No, that's an offensive lineman that plays like 2.
No, yeah, bro. He's like, yeah.
He takes up the space of 2.
Bro, no, he's a space eater. Like, he eats so much space, bro. It's not even funny.
Yeah, the problem is that he's, he's super skilled. He's just a straight up monster, but he's blocking for Sam Darnold.
Oh, he's literally a monster. Just look at him. My God.
He's blocking for Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold is out there seeing ghosts down the field. Like,
I mean, he's done a good job. He hasn't allowed a sack at all in his rookie year.
Dude, he is only 17% body fat.
Really? God damn.
Yeah. What?
this is
The-
hilarious. This is hilarious. This started off, it was NFL free agency. It's just turned into all of us and all of them.
Because when you brought him up, I remember watching the Jets and the Giants game on Monday Night Football, and I saw him in his stance, bro. He looked like a freaking like a monster, bro. Like literally a monster. No, bro, I'm not exaggerating. He's
a brick wall,
boy.
bro.
He's straight out of Space Jam.
Yeah, bro. He's straight out of Space Jam.
Oh
Like
my
I
God.
don't know how you're a D tackle and you're supposed to get around that.
You don't. You don't. Like, that's it.
Oh, that's just crazy, bro.
I
All right,
would
guys.
love to see-
Last topic. Like, where do you guys think Juju's gonna end up? I'm
The
gonna
Jets.
go around the horn real quick. Boswick, I'm gonna start with you. Where do you think Juju's gonna go?
I mean, a lot of people said that he's not gonna really go to a good team, so maybe the Jets.
All right, I can always make that happen. They have the money to give him.
Yeah, I agree with Boswick with that one. I'm taking the Jets with taking Juju and not being their wide receiver 1, maybe, but he's gonna be a 1 or 2 with the Jets.
I feel like maybe for Juju to stick it to his old team, the Ravens. I mean, it makes sense because
but they just don't have the money like that.
Yeah.
But like you said, wide receivers are taking shorter contracts. Marvin Jones got 3 for 14. Curtis Samuel got a short contract.
Yeah, but Juju's better than Marvin Jones.
Yeah, but didn't you say that like these like that Galladay and Juju are like they're looking for like shorter contracts?
It might be a 1-year deal, but it would have to be a sizable chunk on that 1-year deal. It's a 1-year prove it, rather than pay me over the course of 3 at a big price. You pay me over the course of 1.
I mean, fantasy wise, I would love to see him on the Ravens just for the Steelers and Ravens rivalry. Like that'll be must see TV.
Yeah, Steelers will be mimicking his TikToks.
That in the fit works because Juju can be their 1 and freaking Marquise Brown could be there 2.
That's true.
Damn.
But I don't see that happening though, honestly.
Watch it happen, Dylan.
I
mean, if I want that to happen because that'll be amazing with the Ravens and Steelers, you know. But honestly, I think the Jets are the best fit for him.
Yeah, if I were a betting man, if I had to place a bet right now, I would say Juju to the Jets, but just to be different than everyone else and also to be a little bit of a homer.
Yeah,
Juju going to Miami Dolphins.
To Miami?
He's going to the Dolphins. He's
No,
going to the Dolphins.
I mean, we have the money.
Sources telling me.
What are you like?
What are you, Joe Franco?
Look, here's our story. This guy.
Who's that?
You know how I know he's going to the Dolphins?
Why?
You know how I know? Because
let me hear JC's crystal ball.
You ready for this? Here's my 8-ball. I'm rubbing it.
I'll say it. Let me hear this monstrosity.
He was on Twitch playing Fortnite, and his character was in a Dolphins uniform, baby. Woo!
Wait, really?
Yeah, connecting the dots out there.
I'm connecting the dots.
I mean, we can afford him, but like, I don't see it.
How are you going to record yourself on Twitch and go live on Instagram or Twitter and show,
Oh, that's Juju.
He's calling. He's calling.
Yeah. I told you, sources telling me. He's just confirming.
But man, I'm reading the article now. Really, he is right though. JC's right. He did play Fortnite in a Dolphins uniform.
Yeah.
Wow. Oh my God.
And sorry, that was Goodell. He was telling me that JC's lying. Dolphins uniform.
And he's wearing number 19. How much you want to bet he chooses that number if it's available?
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I would personally love Juju on the team.
That'd be great with him and Tua.
But that's your future right there.
Mm-hmm.
Or any like more playmakers than Juju.
I mean, Juju and Devontae Smith out of Alabama, like that's it.
Yeah, that's not a bad one too. And then you got Gesicki as the tight end.
Yeah, like you're set with those guys, I think. And even if we don't get Smith, there's still Chase and a whole bunch of other receivers.
DeMar Chase, there's Waddle, there's Kadarius Tooney.
Yeah. And if we got the good running back too, our
class.
offense is going to look scarier.
A really good class when it comes to skill players.
Yeah. I think one of the best classes for everything. Except for, I think this is the best class for offense.
Yeah, this is one of the best classes.
Yeah, I think some of the defensive players, I think there's some real studs on the defensive side of the ball, but in general, defense is less talented than some of the skill position.
Yeah.
It's like Surtain is really, really good.
Yeah, for sure. No, he's really good. He plays like his pops.
Yeah, but I'm just going to throw it out there real quick just because we're talking about talented skill position players in this draft and no one has mentioned Kyle Pitts. So I need to be the one to do it. Kyle Pitts, if I had to make a big board of talent, Kyle Pitts is the most talented player in this year's draft.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean by far, like in his position.
That dude is gonna come in and be top 5 tight end in the NFL immediately.
Top 5 or top 5 fantasy tight end.
Top 5 tight end period, dude.
Oh.
That dude is talented.
It's
gonna depend where he goes, obviously.
Like this league isn't deep when it comes to tight ends. Like all we have is Kittle, Kelsey, Waller, Logan Thomas.
It's
TJ
gonna depend where he
Hawkinson.
ends up, though, because if he ends up on a team that has a decent quarterback, that'll be good for him. But if he ends up getting drafted by a poverty franchise, then
Right, imagine him in Arizona.
Poverty franchise.
Now we'll be talking about 40 points, Dylan.
Yeah.
bro, if Kyle Pitts ends up on Arizona, I would cut my punter because I'm never using him.
Oh my goodness.
Every play, I don't care how far back you are. 4th and 56, I'm throwing the ball up.
Oh man.
Are you talking about the Hail Murray?
Dude, Kyler has an arm on him, and if you could have Hopkins, who's just a beat.
Bro, I actually won my
Hits.
fantasy matchup on that play specifically.
That's crazy. Nah, I got cooked by Kyler Murray and Hopkins all year.
I had Kyler and Hopkins like on the same team on that specific game.
Yeah, I'm
Oh
sure
man.
playing was real happy.
I have one name for you guys, and I want to hear your opinions on him. Desean Watson.
I
Where do you
mean,
think he's going? If he's going anywhere at this point with
it depends on the
allegations.
lawsuits.
Yeah, but
This
he
guy.
denies
Well-
it. He denies it though. So
I mean, you can
Well-
deny all you want. They're still gonna do it. They're still gonna do it like an investigation. You can lie and not get away with it. They're still gonna do it like an investigation.
All right. Hopefully this investigation goes through and we see the Dolphins add another player. Hopefully.
No, hopefully, no, they better, bro. They got to get some skill players.
I like what I'm hearing already. We got Watson, Juju.
Freaking Kyle
Shit.
Pitts. Oh
Shit.
no, let's not forget Mr. Winston. 30 for 30. You can
Oh,
do like
Lord.
a 30 for 30 show just based on that.
Jesus. Hopefully Tua doesn't have a career like that, you know. All right.
You'll see me under a bridge if he does that.
Jesus.
And
Come on. We need
did
to
you
save
guys
our
see the
lefty.
trade that the Seahawks like denied Wilson for? Like what was
Yeah, that was
involved
for
in
the
it?
Bears. Yeah, that was for the
But
Bears.
who was included in that? Did you guys see that or no?
I saw
That was three firsts.
I saw
Yeah, I
like
heard it was 3
first
firsts, 2
And 2
starters,
starters.
and a second
The-
round.
The
Who was
two
the
starters were
starter?
Khalil Mack and
Oh,
Akeem Hicks.
Bullshit. It was not Khalil Mack.
It was Khalil Mack and Akeem
Khalil
Hicks.
Mack?
No,
And the
that's
Seahawks
bullshit.
denied it.
Are you
I'm gonna
first?
say bullshit to you on this.
Bro, it's straight from NFL.com. Like,
How do you turn
I'm
that
reading
down?
it right here.
It was
How do you
Khalil
turn
Mack.
that down?
Are you
It was
serious?
Khalil Mack, Akeem Hicks, 3 first rounds, a third
Damn.
round, and those 2.
Damn! Wow. Damn!
Dude.
If I'm Seattle, I would have pulled the trigger, bro.
I would have pulled that, got a pick
Because they need draft picks, bro. I mean, they already got rid of like they had 5 in total. Now they have 4 because of the Gabe Jackson trade.
I
They gotta
think
get assets.
the only
Like,
issue that
there's
they
no way
had
around
is
that.
I think that they didn't want to take back a pick from Chicago that wasn't going to be very
Dead
high.
money, right?
No,
Don't
and
they have
it-
dead money.
Yeah, but it also wasn't going to be a very high pick because I think if they trade away Russell, they're going to want to be in a position where they can draft
that's
someone.
a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. If they're going to trade Russell, then they're obviously going to want that pick to get a quarterback.
Because it's also different than some of the some of the potential like mock trade. that
What
you've
pick does
seen
Chicago
for-
have?
They have picked 20, and that's it in the first round.
I mean, you can hope a quarterback falls at 20.
Yeah, but that's unlikely, especially if you
Yeah,
are looking to get
it's
one of the
risky.
really
Yeah.
talented ones. My thing is that it's different than like what people were saying. Like if the Dolphins traded for Deshaun, where you'd be trading away Tua, so you don't.
But they can trade up for that pick. If they're
Yeah.
at 20.
You could, but I feel like there's a lot of teams that are so quarterback desperate that they're not going to trade down.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I mean, you can always assume.
Well, let's assume the Dolphins are going to kick everyone's ass in free agency.
Oh,
not at this
I
rate.
can hope
Yeah, not at the rate we're going.
a few more budget signings, and we're definitely on our way to second to third in the division.
Oh yeah, little side note here. I like what the Chargers are doing. Like they got their left tackle for Herbert, Corey Linsley. I think they gave him some big money. But no,
They're protecting Lindsley's the center, man. Lindsley's going to protect them right up the middle.
By all means, he deserves that money. And then I don't know if you guys saw this was very recent. They found Hunter Henry's replacement. They got Jared Cook for a 1-year deal. I think that's a terrific deal.
That is a great deal because I feel like
Jared Cook is underrated. I feel like Jared Cook is one of the more underappreciated tight ends that we have in this league. He's very productive, bro.
Yeah, but at 33, though, do you think he is a long term?
Dylan, it's a 1-year deal. It's not going to be long term.
1 year 6, like it wasn't even like they paid him a lot over that one.
It's like a 1-year deal, and then they're trying to build that tight end that they have in the wings. I think his name is Partman Jr., something like that. He's not bad, but he's not ready yet. They gotta hopefully his role is expanded this season. But from what I saw from him, he's not bad. He has some talent in him. So I guess we have to wait and see.
Indeed, we'll wait and see. We'll be keeping everyone up to date during this free agency and leading up to the season. I'd like to say thanks, Mario, for joining me today, and thanks,
you
Kevin.
Got it, JC. Anything for you, man.
For you. I know it too.
Anything for you. The love is mutual.
Bromance going?
Yeah, bromance podcast here.
I can come asking anytime Mario replies.
Exactly.
Is that a sneak peek for next week's episode?
And maybe we'll do just a 2-man podcast next week. Who knows? Maybe. Thanks, Kevin.
Right, Kev, Boswick, Dylan. Thank you guys as always. You guys have been absolutely terrific. We appreciate you guys.
We appreciate.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll see everyone next week, and thanks for listening, everybody.